Hello developers and welcome to proCode. If you have ever spent an all-nighter taming rogue CSS margins, Bulma is about to become your new best friend. In 20 minutes, we will master Bulma and build a landing page that looks like you are a hired designer. If you are new here, do consider subscribing and let's get started. So, what is Bulma? It is an open source CSS framework built on Flexbox, which is perfect for crafting responsive layouts without the usual headaches. Unlike Bootstrap, it skips the JavaScript, keeping things lightweight and flexible. You may ask why choose Bulma? It's because it's got a clean, intuitive syntax and modular components that will help you in more ways than you think. It is a time saver, whether you are a beginner or a pro. Plus, it keeps your site clean and also boosts your SEO ranking. Now, to get things started, let's create a quick index.html page. The index.html index.html. Alright. So we have our boilerplate code for HTML up and ready. Now let's give this project a title. I'm going to give this project a title of Bulma tutorial by proCode. Alright. You can go ahead and give any name for your title. Now to get Bulma integrated in your project, let's go to the Bulma website and click on Get Started. Here's the Bulma official documentation. As you can see here, what we are going to do from here is search for installation. Here we go. There we have the installation page, and we are going to copy the CDN from this website. Alright, I have copied the CDN and let's paste it somewhere in the head tag. Alright, so I have saved this and we have Bulma successfully integrated in our wonderful website. So to get things started, I'm going to show you three of the Bulma's components, which is going to be the nav bar, a button, and also cards. So Bulma's components are like a perfect code review. They get the job done without unnecessary comments. Let's try buttons. To get started, let's search for buttons in the CSS library here, elements, and there you can see a button component right there sitting. So what we are going to do is just choose a button from this vast library of theirs. What I'm going to pick here is the primary button. So here you have the syntax button class. What you are going to note is the class name, as it is linked to the CSS style sheet. So it is primary button. So let's create a button and give it a class of button is primary. Alright, let's save this. Also, we are going to name a website called click me. So we have a button called click me, and let's see the preview. So we are going to open this project with a live server, and there you have your first click me button made with the help of Bulma. So with this, let's experiment some more CSS styles here. So we have checked out its primary class name. How about its success class name? So we are going to just save this and preview. You can see that the change in color here. Its success and its primary button are quite the same, but you have a lot of options here to choose from. this was the primary button and this was the success button which we have right in our website right now. So there is also a success stack, a success, also a danger button which is bright pink. There is also a link button, so link class. Let's save this and see that we have a blue button. You can attach a link with this button now, and yeah, there is also a info and a warning, and also a wide variety of colors you can choose from here. You are free to play with the button element and experiment with all the different classes they have right here in their documents. So let's go ahead and try another cool component which is called a nav bar. So let's create a nav element, or let's just first check out the nav element from the documentation. So let's go ahead in the component section and search for the nav bar. Alright, there we have our nav bar, and here is the code we can get to make this nav bar, this beautiful nav bar. So I'm just going to copy this, and let's go ahead in our code editor and paste the code we just copied. Let's save this and see the magic happen. Alright, there we have our beautiful nav bar here in our website. So you can see that we have our a drop down menu which has 3 more options and 2 usual nav items, and there we have our 2 buttons within the nav bar, which is a sign up button and a login button. It looks good, but you can see that we cannot click these buttons are not functional, as I have already told you that the Bulma CSS framework is just a CSS framework and does not contain any JavaScript code. So there is no there's not going to be any dynamic elements here. You are going to have to code them all by yourself. So there's a drawback, but it makes your website load in fast as it is lightweight and does not contain any JavaScript blunder. So let's move ahead to the next element which we are going to add, which is also called which is a card element. So let's search for a card element here. Card here. There we have our card element right under component tab. So let's add in a card we like. This card. How about we just choose this card? This looks good. Let's paste this in our code and right about here. Alright, let's save this and check the preview code. Alright, there we have our card element imported inside our website, which also looks good. It does need some styling, sizing, because we need to size it a bit down. I think you get the idea how we can import classes, how we can import sleek components right from the Bulma documentation into our project. So there we have our demonstration part then. Now to get things really started, let's create a landing page all with Bulma. So let's clean up our mess we have right here. So let's just delete all this code, which is the nav bar, the card, and also the button, as we don't need it now. Okay, so here we have our empty code, empty file again. So to get things really started, we are going to make a landing page all with Bulma. So let's get started. Here we are going to add in a section component, a section tag, which we are going to give a class name of hero, and let's give it a color of primary color. Let's give it a primary color, which is called is primary, and also let's give it a size of medium. So let's just type in is medium there. Alright, I think we are done with the section styling. Next thing we are going to add is a div with a class name of hero body. Alright, this is another container. Let's make another container. So div dot container. Alright, and let's add in a title called welcome to my site, or or let's just say level up with Bulma. Alright, everything looks good so far, and I don't think there is going to be any error popping up right about now. Let's give it a subtitle called build awesome things with Bulma, which we are doing right now. Let's give it a class. Let's give the h1 a class name of title. Alright, title is 1. It increases this one, this tag, this class name increases the size of the text to h size of the text. Alright, let's give the h2 another class name of subtitle. Alright, so subtitle. Next up we are going to do is add in a button. So let's add in a button. Let's add in an anchor element. Give it a class name. Give it a class name of button, and give its color to white. Also, let's make it a button which is outline. So outline button is outline. Working with Bulma is really easy, as they have every component of theirs listed here in their trusty old document. So whenever you are stuck using Bulma, just check out these documents and you will be good to go. So there we have our button created, and let's just check out our website. Alright, this looks good, but there is one thing I forgot to add in, which is the name of the button, or the preview element of the button. So let's save this, and there we have our hero section done. Did you see how quick it was? The process it took only 5 minutes, and we have such a wonderful and sleek looking hero section crafted in our website. So next thing we are going to add is our features page. So let's create another section. Section and give the section a class name of section. Alright, let's create a container div and give it a h2 tag with a class name of title, has text centered, to center the text, has text centered, to center the div, and let's name let's give it a text to work with. So let's just type in our features, as it is going to be our features page, and let's add in a div element with a class name of columns, and another div within that div which is called card. So we are going to display three cards right beside right beside uh, right beside one another. So now let's type in the card content. So there we have our card content written. Let's give a card. Let's give a div with a class name of card content and add in a h3 element which is going to be feature one with a class name of title and s4 uh, which is going to manipulate its size as I already told you, and a paragraph tag uh, which contains some dummy text. Let me wrap the content to fit the screen. Let's create another card. Let's just copy this column part and paste two more times. Let's save this. Let's copy this column element and paste it two more times to create two more cards. So let's paste this here and also right here. Alright, let's save this and check out the preview. So we have our three components. We have our three cards listed listed here, which is looking wonderful. And here the columns classes creates a responsive grid faster than you can say cross-browser compatibility. Finally, let's wrap this website with a footer. So let's search for a footer here in the documentations. So footer, where is the footer? There we have our footer. Let's copy the code for the footer element. So this one is going to be our footer. Let's copy this and paste it in our code. Let's save this and check out the preview. Wonderful. We have our landing page all created with Bulma. Now, some additional tips to get things really started. Suppose you did not like the color of the isPrimaryColor class, which is given default by the Bulma style sheets. To adjust the colors, margins, or any other of those stuff, you can just go ahead and create a style tag and target that element which you did not like. So which is going to be isPrimaryColor, is primary class in my case, and let's change its color to something like an aqua blue, which has the color code of 00D1B2. So let's save this and check out the preview. Let's change this color to red. Alright, red to check out some noticeable changes. And there we have the color of the isPrimaryColor property manipulated with just one line of code, and your hero section has a custom red color without breaking anything. For advanced folks, Bulma plays nice with sass. Check out the docs to compile your own version. Here's a pro tip. Learn on Bulma is and has classes to style without writing CSS that haunts your dreams. And there you have it. In 20 minutes, you have conquered Bulma and built a landing page that's ready to ship. No all-nighter required. For if this tutorial saved you a few gray hairs, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow devs. Subscribe for more web dev goodness and drop a comment. What's next? A Bulma portfolio, an e-commerce site. The code's link in the description. Thanks for watching. and I will catch you in the next one. Keep coding.